a safe place to have candid conversations about all things business as a confident Christian woman coach and CEO. Imagine a safe place to share, connect, grow, build as you unlock what's inside you. A confident Christian woman coach and CEO to clarify your specific mission, message, mandate, mantle to market. Imagine a safe place to learn how to develop a business blueprint, lay a firm foundation with business structure, policies, procedures, service, and product development that builds the business framework and construction. Welcome to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. I am your host, Coach Doreen Lettsome Reid, certified business coach to confident Christian women coaches. Confident Woman Incubator Podcast is a platform for you, Christian women coaches that desire a safe place to unlock what's inside you, to develop a business blueprint, gain clarity of their specific mission, message, mandate, mantle to market, lay a firm foundation with business structure, policies, procedures, service, product development that builds the business framework and construction to overcome fear, shatter misconceptions, increase confidence, and profit by faith in all things business. Welcome to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. Join us each week for these candid conversations to unlock what's inside you in all things business. Well, good evening and welcome to All Things Business. This is our segment that we've been doing every week here on Confident Woman Incubator Podcast, and it is truly all things business. And we are so excited that we are preparing for our book launch. As you know, last week was Thanksgiving, and for my Thanksgiving gift, I got the Are You Lit proof in the mail, and I started going through it, making corrections and getting everything done. So next week, Tuesday, December the 6th, we are so excited to be announcing the book release, the book launch. Mark it on your calendar, Tuesday, December the 6th. And today we're going to start the conversation with some amazing guests right here on Confident Woman Incubator. So what I want you to do is get your phone out. You know, we do this every week. Get your phone out, go to Confident Woman Incubator, our Facebook group, and you will go ahead and share and comment. And we want you to just drop it in the comment right now. Are you lit? Like, we want to have a discussion. We want to engage with you because tonight we're really going to pinpoint on that actual question, talking about leadership, talking about intentionality, and talking about trailblazing. As you know, we're getting ready to go into 2023. We're getting ready to say goodbye to 2022 and hello to 2023. And so 2023 is going to give us a lot of opportunities to trailblaze. It's going to allow us to get out of our comfort zone. It's going to allow us to burn boxes. It's going to allow you to unlock what's inside you as a confident Christian woman and as a confident Christian woman coach. And so this is an opportunity for us to just have these discussions as we prepare for January of 2023. We know that we are not women of procrastination. We know that we are women that overcome fear, shatter misconceptions, and increase confidence and profit by faith in all things business. And in order to do that, we have to have leadership discussions. And that's one of the reasons why God put in my heart to be the visionary author of the book, Are You Lit? Leader Intentionally Trailblazing. And so as we approach the new year, we must be intentional about the goals that we're setting. We can no longer hem and haw and go in circles. God has not called us to go in circles. He delivered the Israelites from going in circles for 40 years. Joshua and Caleb previously had said, look, we can take the land. We can go up this ladder. We can go over and we can conquer. But they continue to argue and complain and say, no, we are just as grasshoppers. But I don't know about you. I ain't no grasshopper, right? So just go ahead and put that in the comment. No grasshoppers here. No grasshoppers here. Put that in the comment. No grasshoppers here. We are confident Christian women. We are confident Christian women CEOs. We are confident Christian women coaches. And we came here to do what? To conquer. That's what we came here to do. We came here to be about our Father's business and advance in the marketplace, in the worldwide marketplace, in all things business. So this is what this is about. So without further ado, we're going to bring in our amazing guest. Her name is Debbie Coke, and we are Cork, I'm sorry. And she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. Welcome to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. This is your first time being with us, so we appreciate you being here as one of our pop-up guests. We've been doing this for the month of November, and we're also going to continue in December to have just pop-up guests, just introducing you to new people that are in new places as we continue to trailblaze. And that's exactly what a trailblazer does. A trailblazer goes where people have not gone before. They set the path, they set the course so others can come behind them. And then we're lit so that you can see the way. And so Debbie is here because she's lit as well. And she's doing amazing things in her hometown. So she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. So welcome to Confident Woman Incubator, Miss Debbie.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Debbie Cork. I'm from Mississippi. I've been here for over 30 years. I have 4 children, 8 grandchildren. I have a husband I've been married to for 21 years. I am in the midst of publishing my book that should be out this month, my first book. I'm excited about that. And I was just like surprised. Well, not really surprised, but I'm like really overjoyed, but I just don't know how to really out to express it because I'm a little shy, but it'll come. But I'm just thinking and I praise God for all that He's done for me, where He brought me from, what He's doing in my family. Just blessed to be here. I didn't know how I even got on this podcast. I was like, what the word is this? What's going on? But God is able.
And it's time. It's time to unlock what's inside you. If God is giving you this book, tell us the name of your book.
The name of the book is Divine Destiny.
Wow, that is a power pack title. And tell us a little bit about that book.
Where it's about my it's an autobiography of my life. And the year 2019, I started writing. Uh, and in a dream, God gave me divine destiny. It was either divine destiny or destiny divine, but I chose divine destiny, for the title. And to me, it says that to me is wherever I am going, God is with me. He's ordering my footstep. So it's about where I grew up at and things I have gone through in life. Some of the things I have gone through in life. Still going through some things, but God is able to get me through it. But I think it's I think it would be very helpful to someone. And I always say like my king say if I could touch one person, and then my living wouldn't be in vain. Just one person, but I'm letting God do His will. God let His will be done.
Absolutely. And you're being very intentional. You wrote the story, you stepped out and began to unlock what's inside you because you could have kept the story to yourself, but you
Hmm.
made a decision to share the story. So that was huge. And I want to
Hmm.
congratulate you
Yes.
on that. It is not an
Thank
easy thing to sit down and make a decision to say yes to
you.
write your stories. And then you went a step beyond because some people have manuscripts for years and years and just
Hmm.
sit there and collect dust, but you decided to take it to the publisher.
Yes.
And now the publisher is
Hmm.
going to release it very soon. So we are
Hmm.
excited. We
Yes.
celebrate with you. As I said before, you are in your hometown doing amazing things. And that's what our discussion is really about tonight with this book that will be released next week, Tuesday, December the 6th. With Are You
Okay.
Lit? Leader Intentionally Trailblazing, because you obviously are a leader in your home. You have led
Yes.
yourself out of various obstacles and various trials and tribulations, and you have done
Yes.
so with intentionality because you have made a decision to lean upon your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, which allows your
Yes.
trailblazing efforts to go beyond you. You're leaving a legacy for your children and your children's children with this story.
Yes.
And you're
Mhm.
also going to be impacting other women when they read this story. So tell me the
Yes.
number one message that is in this story.
The number one message is when God gave me, it's talking about a little about you didn't acknowledge me, which is in the book. You didn't acknowledge, it didn't acknowledge me when I was going through things or when I had to uh, go through things, and you just put me on the back burner. You just didn't think that I could do it because of my color or because of me being shy or because of whatever reason. But he gave me those words. You did not acknowledge me, and it was like a poem that's in there.
So are you saying that people didn't acknowledge you? They just felt that you wasn't qualified enough. They felt that you wasn't good enough. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, so you're telling them that God says I am. I
Hmm.
am that I am by the grace of God. I can do all that
Yes.
I need to do by the grace of God. It's Him that empowers me,
Yes.
it's Him that strengthens me to do what I
Yes.
need to do. So you're absolutely right. Everyone tries to put people in a box. I think that's just something that is the norm at this point.
Hmm.
And it does
Yes.
take that leader within inside you to be intentional to go forward and really, burn that box of confinement and trailblaze into something new. And obviously, you being a first time author is something new. So we're glad
Yes.
that you came to just share with us your story about your book and to also talk to us a little bit about Are You Lit? Leader Intentionally Trailblazing, which will go out next Tuesday, December the 6th. So let me ask you this question. What's your viewpoint about leadership, about being intentional, and about trailblazing? What's your viewpoint?
About leadership and um, leadership, I think is being able to listen to others when they're when they're giving their viewpoint, and you make the final decision. Because I am a usher. I'm a senior usher at my church also, the president. So I am in leadership in that area, and I have to listen to the other ushers, and get their opinion about things. And at the end of the day, we come together and make that decision. That's gonna best fit us and get us ahead.
Mm-hmm. So you said that for you, leadership consists of the quality of being a good listener. And
Yes.
a good listener is also a quality of a good leader. So those things are interchangeable. That's what I'm hearing you say.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, that is a very, very good point. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say about being intentional? How is it important for a leader to be intentional as well as trailblaze, going and making that path for others to follow?
Um, to be intentional and make the pathway. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm understanding that part, but
So,
I'm
what is
I'm,
your view?
hmm
Okay, let me break it down. What's your view about being intentional, making intentional choices, making intentional decisions, making intentional plans? That means you're purposeful. You're purposeful. You're not allowing yourself to just wander with no purpose, with no direction. So, intentionality speaks to the fact that you are making a conscious decision to go forward and to not allow situations or circumstances to hinder you. So I wanted to get your viewpoint on just being an intentional leader.
uh, doing things. I guess like I said, doing things the correct way, and setting examples
Yes,
for other people to
leaders,
follow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Leaders should set the example they should set the bar, because that's what leadership is all about. Leadership is not about telling people what to do or lording over people. The word of God tells, even in the church setting, that people are not supposed to lord over you. They're supposed to lead by example. That's really the true heart of a servant leader.
Yes.
Leading by example, leading by your character, leading by your integrity, leading by your lifestyle, leading by being a woman of your word, that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, and if you can't, you let the person know. All of these different things are marks of leadership. And so we appreciate you being here on Confident Woman Incubator podcast, sharing your views about Are You Lit, Leader Intentionally Trailblazing, and also sharing us information about your upcoming book. Where will they be able to get the book once it's released, and when will it be released?
It will be released around the middle of this month, and will be on
Okay.
Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Wonderful. Okay. So, how can we stay in contact with you? Because I want you to tell the viewing audience how they can stay in contact with you, so that when your book drops, they will be able to get it.
But I am on Facebook, um, and that's all I have. Like we still got to do the other part too. I don't have the exact all that information yet, but
Okay. So, they can
yeah,
reach you on your social media under Debbie Cork.
yes, I'm Debbie Cook on the Facebook. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so perfect. So that is the way they will be able to see everything once it gets posted, once it gets released.
yes,
They'll be able to click and purchase. All right.
yes,
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for being here on Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. And we want everybody to just drop it in the comment right now. Hashtag the Confident Woman. Down ahead and drop it. Go ahead and share this video. Go ahead and share out this podcast. Go ahead and comment in the just drop it in the comment. Y'all know how we do right here on podcast. Hashtag the Confident Woman. That's what I want you to do right now as we get ready to introduce our next pop-up guest. Thank you so much for being here, Miss Debbie. Appreciate you. So we are so excited that we got a chance to meet Miss Debbie Cork, and she has a book out as well. So she is most definitely a leader in her hometown, trailblazing, doing things new that she's never done before as a first-time author. And so we celebrate her, and we just celebrate all of the confident women that have graced the stage on our podcast, and we appreciate all of them for watching. And so we want you to go to Confident Woman Incubator podcast, our Facebook group. Go ahead and share this out, and we want you to put it in the comment. Are you lit? Are you lit? Put that in the comment. Go ahead and drop it in the comment. Let us see you interacting with us, and we appreciate you sharing this out. So now we're going to bring in our next pop-up guest, which is CEO Fouchina Kirkendoll. Good to have you here again on the podcast, Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. Good to have you. You just got off work, so
Yes.
you are most definitely multitasking at this point and doing multiple things at this point. So we
To
do
God be the
appreciate.
glory. To God be the
Yeah, we
glory.
appreciate you being here. Fouchina, just go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you got going on, and then we'll get into Are You Lit?
Okay, well, my name is Fouchina Kirkendoll, and I'm CEO and founder of Chronicles of a Favorite Woman. I've actually started that podcast maybe 3 years ago. Well, 3 years ago, we're on our fourth year, so I'm very, very excited about it. It was a process. I will tell you, it came from my testimony. For those who haven't heard of my testimony, please go out and check out my page, Fouchina Kirkendoll, or Chronicles of a Favorite Woman. I have a Facebook page on both. But it's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. I am humbled to be here, and I'm always humbled when someone comes to me and invite me to come on here. And this is no stranger to me right here. She's right. We have quite a few things in common. We're both graduates of Charleston Southern University. We're both from South Carolina, and we're both doing the will of God. So it can't get any better than that.
Absolutely. And so we appreciate you being here. You are truly a leader, being intentional about building your business and brand. You are trailblazing. Let's talk a little bit about that, because the book is coming out December the 2nd,
Yes,
December the 2nd, which is
congratulations.
next week, Tuesday. And we
Awesome.
have 10 co-authors that actually built their business and brand in 90 days. So all of
Awesome.
these are confident Christian women coaches, and we have from a gentleman's perspective as well, Reverend Dr. Roger Dixon. And so
Awesome.
they all built their business and brand within 90 days. And of course, Coach Janine, she and I have formed a collaboration with our magazine, and so she wanted to be a
Awesome.
part of the book as well. And so
Yes.
it's just been a phenomenal opportunity
I'm
for
excited for
China
you.
to work with so many different people.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
I really wanted to hear what you thought about the project and what you think about leadership, because you are, as you said, a kingdompreneur yourself, and you are advancing God's kingdom in all things business yourself. So I wanted to get your perspective.
Okay. Well, first of all, congratulations on your book. And I believe it's coming out on the 6th, correct?
Yes, Tuesday,
December
December
6th.
the 6th.
December
Right.
the
That's the
6th.
book launch. Right.
The book launch. Okay,
Right.
so I'll make sure I put that in my calendar, and I'll make sure we working for bestseller here. So that's
Yes,
what we working
absolutely.
towards. So I will put it in my calendar and share it on my page, because it's all about
Absolutely.
collaboration, and that's what this leadership is about. You know, I'm hearing about the book. I'm excited about the book. I'm looking forward to getting my copy, my electronic copy, because I can't wait to read it. I mean, just your fire. I mean, you yourself, your fire. I love it. I mean, I've always loved it. You stay lit. You stay lit. And you keep us lit too, because you light fires under us too. So that's what I love most about you, and that's what it's really about. It's about collaboration. When two or three are come gathered together, then in this he will be. So just imagine if it starts with just one spark. That's all it takes. One spark, and one spark will start a 4 alarm fire, and that's what being lit is all about. So when you get back into leadership to me is when you have someone who is organize who can organize or lead an organization. You can lead them to victory, and you can lead them not to victory, because you have a different
Mm,
types of leadership. So you have to be careful, because
mhm.
when you're dealing with leadership, what kind of leader do you want to be? That's
Right.
always been my thing. What kind of leader do I want to be? And through experience, from because what I've learned is, before I can lead, I had to learn how to follow. I had to
Right.
learn how to follow, because there are principles, there are nuggets, there are things you need to learn when you are following. So when you get to that point and God placed you in that point to lead, then you are ready. I will be the first to tell you, it's not easy,
Hmm.
but when you're called, because let's think about it. I mean, when Moses was called, he had a stuttering problem, but then
Hmm.
God used him anyway. So it doesn't
Right.
matter where you are, who you are. God will, if He picked you, then He's going to equip you. So you're going to be equipped. So my thing with leadership is, a good leader for me is having integrity, self-awareness, courage, respect, empathy, and gratitude, because you have to be able to show that. Because like I said, if you want people to follow you, you got to give them the reason to want to follow you. So you got to just not just talk the talk, but you got to walk the walk. So you have to encourage others to want to follow you, give them a reason why they should follow you. And if you're a good leader, and even being a someone who motivate people, there is something in you that's going to motivate them to want to follow you.
Absolutely. That's a very good key right there, Fouchina. I want you to repeat that, because I want to make sure everybody is really tuning into what you're saying. We're dropping a lot of keys to unlock what's inside you. So I'm going to have CEO Fouchina just repeat that. Make sure you can write this down. Go ahead and repeat that again.
I'm gonna try, sweetheart.
Go ahead. Go. You can
Because
do it.
when
The
the
Holy
spirit
Ghost.
leads me, I don't
Yes.
remember sometimes.
Yes.
But basically, what I'm saying is, they have to see it in you. If they don't see it in you, they're not going to follow you. You have to
Right.
be the example of what you're trying to make them out to be. And I have learned that I don't have to have all the answers, but I can equip myself, or I can collaborate with those who have the answer that I need, because what we're trying to do is build it and make it better.
Absolutely.
I have learned humility. I have learned that no, I don't know everything. That's the reason why I have to have a team. No, I don't know everything. So maybe I have to reach out to and partner with another, because collaboration, let's face it, it is crucial and key in today's society. And you must be a good leader to do that. You have to know when to fold and know when to hold. You just have to know how to do that. So as far as trailblazing, it has Trailblazing and intentional is together for me, because in order to be that trailblazer, you got to be intentional. That means you got to be serious about what it is that you want to do, and focus is the main key to that. You have to be focused. That means, yes, those distractions are going to come, but you still have to remember where you're going and what is the end result. And you have to be determined. This is what you're going to do. And you have to do the vision, even if no one believes in your vision. Because remember,
Yes.
God didn't give the vision to you. I mean, excuse me, give the vision to them. He gave it to you. So they're not going to understand.
Right.
And
Let's pause right there, because I don't want them to just miss what we're saying.
okay.
That is very, very important, because I have been in marketplace ministry for 25 years. And over this long period of time, there has been multitude of times where people just didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to know within myself that it was in me. When I laid my head down on the pillow, I had to know God was speaking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I lost everything literally in 3 days, because my business started in 2008, and in 2010, when there was the Great Recession, my
Mm-hmm.
business literally, I lost all clients, I lost all members for Divine Connection Network Association. I had members literally from state across state. They all had clients. I was at the top of my game, and literally in 72 hours it was totally gone.
Wow.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That almost crushed me.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be honest, I had to go to the ultimate businessman and said, okay, what did I do? I know I heard you say this to me. You wouldn't have brought me this far to leave me. And then Fouchina, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any answer. I didn't hear any solution. That was very nerve-wracking. I didn't hear anything. And I was making sure that I was in prayer, positioning my ear to hear the heart of God, and I heard absolutely nothing. So being a mother at that time, my children were still very young. We have 4 children. They're all grown now. That was a very long time ago. I had to go back into the school system and begin to teach again. And so I did what I had to do. And then later on, as I began to do what I had to do, God brought me to getting my education. He took me and finally allowed me to complete a 20-year education journey, because I kept dropping out of college for 20 years because I couldn't do the math. And I dropped out of college because of fear. At that time, I was in a domestic violence relationship. I was a single mother. I didn't have a car. I didn't have any money. It was just one thing after the other. So it literally took me 20 years. But God supernaturally brought me through college, put me into the Phi Theta Kappa. Then I went to, as you said, Charleston Southern University, graduated top of my class as cum laude. Now I have my doctorate. So it's just been a journey. And so when you are in those dark moments, I just want to encourage everyone that is listening here on Confident Woman Incubator podcast. When we're talking about leadership, you've got to know on the inside of you what God has said, especially in those dark hours. Even when you don't hear him speak, he is still speaking, because he's speaking and reiterating what he's already said. And that's what I had to learn. During that long span of me going to college and getting all that and doing all the things I was doing, God was speaking. I didn't understand that he wanted me to take a pause from the business side to focus on the education side, because he knew I needed those credentials and that qualification and that credibility to be a top international coach that I am now. Having the opportunity to coach women from around the world and teaching them how to build their business and brand literally in 90 days. And that's what we did with Are You Lit? All of these co-authors are not just co-authors, they have built their business and brand. And so, I couldn't have done that without that piece of my education, because it did add value to my life and it added value to those that I'm called to serve. So I just wanted to stop when you said that and really let people hear what you were saying, because I think that is something that a lot of people miss. They think somebody else is going to come and qualify them and say, yes, thus saith the Lord. We're so busy wanting a prophecy, running after a prophecy, that we're not seeking and running after the presence of God.
That's right. That's right.
And you're going to have to get in the presence of God as a leader, because
Mhm.
when all the voices are telling you something, but on the inside of you, that voice, the still
Mhm.
small voice, is telling you,
Mhm.
no, don't do that.
That's
Who
right.
are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to man, or are you going to listen to God? So
That's
I
right.
think these are things that a leader that is intentionally trailblazing
Mhm.
should just really evaluate. What do you think?
Exactly.
What do you think, Coach?
Well,
Coach Ed?
you said a couple things that got me. But what stuck me out the most is sometimes people, when we're in darkness, or we think we're in darkness, and we think that God don't hear us, that is the time when he is listening to us the most. That is the time he is preparing us. Like when you went through your situation and he took you from that situation, now he's getting ready to prepare you for another one. So now you felt like you was in a place where you couldn't hear him. You think he wasn't there. You were going through this, you were going through that. It's called a process. Okay. And the process is not something God is going to take away from us. It's something that is necessary to prepare us, because when you're going through that process, that breakthrough is right beyond that process that we got to go through. And he tells you, I'm not going to take it away. I'm going to be there with you. I need you to trust me. So you need to dig in, because remember, everything starts with a seed. And a seed is most powerful when it's in the ground, in the dark. So just remember that.
Wow, that
It's
is
most
really
powerful
good.
when it's in the dark. That's when it's germinating. That's when the sun is shining against it. That's when all the water is coming in. That's when they put the fertilizer in. All that is done in the dark. And when God is ready, then he'll start to sprout it above the ground. And then he'll take you to a level, and take you to a level higher and higher. That's what leadership, and that's what trailblazing is all about, and being intentional, because he's not a God that's going to force anything on you. He is a gentle one. He's going to come speak to you gently. He's going to handle you gently. He's going to love you gently, and he is going to excel you gently.
Yeah, this has really been a good discussion. I knew that it was going to be different here on Confident Woman Incubator podcast. The discussion was going to be different, and the points of view that Miss Debbie gave us, and then you're giving us, is really some keys to unlock what's inside you. So, ladies, there is absolutely no excuse. You
Mm.
have no excuse. There is no more time for procrastination. It is time to rise. We're getting ready to go into 2023. Let's finish 22 strong. Let's finish it out strong. Whatever you have not completed, you still have the next 30 days to complete. Finish strong. Ask the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom and insight and direction and strategy. He is the ultimate businessman, Jesus
Mhm.
Christ. And so we want you to get this book that's going to help you overcome those fears and shatter those misconceptions, because you're actually reading 10 different businesses. They're going to give you the secrets to trailblazing. What is the secret to trailblazing? They're going to give you the secrets. You're going to be able to come away with life-changing strategies to build your business and brand in only 90 days as well. So we want you to get ready to join us now. We're getting ready to go over to Confident Woman Incubator Clubhouse. Fouchina is going to be joining us over there, and Reverend Dr. Roger Dixon is going to be joining us at, and you want to go ahead and follow me at Doreen, Doreen .L.Reid, Reid. We will be in Confident Woman Incubator Clubhouse from 7:30 to 8:30. So we're going to continue this discussion. We're going to change the topic a little bit, talking about jailbreak. Your light has come. We're going to be talking about prison reform. And we're going to be talking about the returning citizens coming home for Christmas that were incarcerated in the criminal justice system. So this is something that is a very new topic, but it is a needful topic. And he is one of the co-authors of the book, Are You Lit? And that is his platform. His platform is to help returning citizens gain the right to vote, so that
Mhm.
they can even enforce the right to have prison reform. And
Mhm.
also, he is the founder of Be Your Own Success Academy, which prepares returning citizens to become leaders in their own communities. And so this is a very powerful platform, and we will be on Confident Incubator Clubhouse from 7:30 to 8:30. And as I said, you can follow me at Doreen.L.Reid. So that's Doreen.L.Reid. And you can follow us. And as I said, Fouchina is going to be one of the speakers, and Reverend Dr. Roger Dixon. And we appreciate everyone. We have a Facebook user said, definitely getting my copy.
Yes.
The breaking happens on the potter's wheel. Oh, that's
Yeah,
really, really good.
like
really,
that.
really good. A prophecy and confirmation. Yes, prophecy can be used as a confirmation. That is absolutely true. This is so good. Well, we appreciate all of the comments here, and we're getting ready to wrap everything up, and we will see you next week. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. Hashtag the confident woman. We'll see you next week.